Are looking very beautiful. I just pulled up, I used the card, I tied the card, so I hitch it inside of the cane right here, and I will be tying the card. You guys can see, look on the stalks of the scallion. Very massive. Don't let my pepper plants ripen so much pepper on the pepper plant. Stay on the plant and ripen so much. Because so welcome back my viewers and my subscribers. This is the way the ram are actually looking. The rams are actually looking after they go a bush and their belly is actually filled. Right here. Looking very good. That one right there as well. And this one right here. So some of them actually come up already and gone inside of the pen, but these ones are going to go in now. So that's the way they are looking, my viewers. So like, comment and subscribe for a lot more. That's sold them right there, you guys can see. So welcome back to my channel, my viewers and my subscribers. I am just here this morning giving you guys an update on the farm. So if this is your first time to my channel, my name is Shandan and welcome back to the Hilltop Farm. So please remember, if you are new, please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for a lot more videos. So I will be giving you guys a farm tour today, weekly farm tour update. So I will be taking you guys along and show you guys what has been going on the farm and letting you guys know what has been going on. So you guys can actually stay tuned, stick and stay and keep watching. So welcome back now my viewers. I will be starting today's video at the small section of cabbage right here, the smaller bed. So this is the way the cabbages are actually looking or doing at this present moment, my viewers. And as you guys can see at the edges right here, a lot of these grass was actually right here, so I actually brush away or cut away some of them coming along down here. But I need to do some weeding. I need to take out all of these callaloo plants, as you guys can see right here. I need to take out some of these callaloo plants and transplanted them and throw away some of them. So as you guys can see, these are the bugs right here that is actually biting up the leaf of the callaloo plants or the seedlings. Because I don't spray these plants, my viewers, from they started to spring or to grow, I never spray any of them. So that's the reason why the bugs are actually on them, eating them up. As you guys can see right there, it is a lot. Over there as well. So I will be removing some of them, and I will be spraying the plants very soon. As you guys can see over here as well, the cabbages are looking very beautiful, going straight along up there, my viewers, and over on this section as well. Right there, look how beautiful, coming straight along, my viewers. Over there you guys can see. Coming straight along. And over on this side as well. You guys can see that a beautiful head of cabbages right there. Some of them is small and some of them is getting a very nice size to them, because I actually gave them some more fertilizer, as you guys can see right there. I need to come ahead and remove all of these weeds, but some of the weeds, my viewers, they are very small, so whenever time I pull on them, they will be breaking off, and I don't want to actually come ahead and weed them, and most of the weeds are actually breaking off. I want to pull all of it out. So I'm just waiting on them to actually grow up a bit before. Over there I have some pop choy that needs to remove. Maybe I will leave like one of them or two of them to save seeds from, but I need to remove them, my viewers, but I didn't get the chance as yet. But very soon you guys can stay tuned for that, because I have a project coming up where I need to remove these and planted some other crop there, so you guys can stay tuned for that, coming up very soon. As you guys can see coming along up here, a black stuff like a sineali. A sineali feces is actually on the leaf or something like that, but I don't saw him. But I don't got a lot of problem with sineali, my viewers, but some of the time I will see one and two of them, but not a lot. They are looking very beautiful on this side as well. But my viewers, if I was actually on my A game with these cabbage plants, they would have doing far way better than how they are actually doing now. But a little bit of problem is actually going on, a little bit of, but maybe by time goes by in the video I will be explaining to you guys and let you guys know what has been going on, because maybe you guys will be watching the videos and you will see some changes and stuff, and maybe you guys will be questioning. So I need to explain to you guys so you guys can have a good understanding of all of what has been going on. So right over here now, my viewers, as you guys can see, these are the Calaloo plants that I actually transplanted. Some of them are not looking so well, but it is actually true because they just started to catch back new roots. So I don't spray them as yet. I don't do really a lot to them. I only fertilize them once, just the other day. As you guys can see that the fertilizer dissolved and gone down inside of the soil. So some of them is responding well. As you guys can see right here, the bugs are actually planning to eating up these plants as well. So I will be spraying them very soon with some insecticide over there as well. You guys can see right there. So in another couple of weeks, my viewers, these Calaloo are going to be so beautiful. Look how the cabbages are looking. Very beautiful, my viewers. So I needed to remove these pop choy, my viewers. It is actually time for them to remove, but they are not going to waste, my viewers, because whenever time I remove them, I will be taking them for the animal. I will carry them for the goat and let the goat eat them. I will let you guys get a video of that as well while I am actually doing it. So here am I at the cucumber trellis. So I'm just giving you guys an update on the cucumbers. So right here you guys can actually see a lovely one started to form on the plant right there, and the plants are looking very beautiful and healthy. But I need to come ahead and till the soil and mold the root of the cucumber plants very soon, my viewers. As you guys can see right here, I have some okra that I need to save the seeds. I need to take them up and put them up. Right here you guys can see another lovely one right there as well coming on, and a lot of blossom is actually on the plant, my viewers. One of the stuff that I need to do to these cucumbers, my viewers, I need to get the pig manure. If I get the pig manure, my viewers, and I mold up the root of these cucumber plants and I gave them a little bit of pig manure, you guys not going to believe the way how these cucumber plants will be started to grow very rapidly, and they are going to bear a lot. But I am going to go for the pig manure. If I don't go for it today, I think I'm surely going to go for it today, because I needed to do some work on these cucumbers for them to start to grow rapidly, because most of these cucumbers should have actually up on the the trellis like up here already, and you guys can actually see where most of them are. They should have catch up on the trellis higher already for the time that they has been growing. But that's the way it goes some of the time. Some of the time you will actually plant your plants or your crop and it do not respond the way how you expect at the present moment, but by time goes by it will be. As you guys can see that most of these ones up here are actually looking very beautiful and healthy. You guys can see right there. Coming along down here as well. As you guys can see that they are running a lot. But I will be putting the key ingredients to these plants very soon. As you guys can see right here, a little bit of downy mildew is coming on the leaf. I will be removing this leaf and this one as well. I have the spray to actually prevent it, my viewers, but I don't spray them as yet. That's the reason why it is actually spreading. But I will be spraying them with a spray that they call, I am going to try and remember. So the name of the spray to actually prevent the downy mildew and the cucumber plants and the pumpkin plants, my viewers, the name of it is Bellies. And I will actually show you guys when I am actually take care of the plants, because I want you guys to actually have a full understanding. And some of the time when a farmer actually show you guys the product, it is much better, because some of the time you will go at the farm store and you order something, and when you order it, the persons at the farm store will give you what you do not need, because they want to sell their product, so they will give you what you do not need, because you don't have an understanding or you don't know what you really need. So from you go there, they will give you anything until you and told you guys that it is the same thing and it is going to actually work, and some of the time it will not work. So I will be showing you guys the kind of spray, but the problem with the spray, my viewers, it is actually very dear. But if you want good from your crop, you have to actually use it. So as you guys can see down here, these ones are actually climbing a lot. As you guys can see, it needs to catch this one very soon. So this one is actually around 4 feet up in the air, as you guys can see, and it is still growing. So it have a lot to go up there, you guys can see. So it is very high right there. So I will be taking care of them. The downy mildew is actually right here as well. So it is actually taking up this lower section down here. The reason cause of that as well, my viewers, is because right here is not the first time I am growing cucumber. And the last crop of cucumber that I did actually have here, whenever time you guys supposed to know, whenever time the plant is actually finishing off, you are not going to give it any more chemical, or you are not going to spray the plants anymore. So whenever time the downy mildew catch the plant when it is actually in the last staging of, or the last living of the plant, or when the plant is actually dying off, you are not going to spray the plant. So the fungus will always remain in at the location. So you have to always treat the plants once it is not the first time you are growing. Right here as well. But I will be spraying them very soon, my viewers. Coming along down here as well. So I'm going to spray the plants very soon. And as you guys know, that the Scotch bonnet pepper plants are actually right here. You guys can see, looking very beautiful. This one right here as well, and this one right here. So I'm going to give them some water now, my viewers, so you guys can actually stay tuned. So the ground is actually wet already, my viewers, but I will just give them a little bit more of water. get any water. And for all of who concerned, out of all of the 48 Scotch bonnet pepper plants that I transplanted, all of them is actually growing. None of them do not die. So the way how I transplant my plants, it is very effective. And it's a great way to actually transplant it. You guys can actually transplant your plants as well. So stay tuned. I'm going to continue. So right here you guys can see these are the older set of tomato plants that I have growing at this present moment, because I actually removed the all tomato plants was actually growing right here. So these ones up here are the older ones that I have growing at this present moment. I need to do some work on these tomato plants, as you guys can actually see that a lot of the leaf on the plants have fungus on them. So I will be removing them, all of the leaf that have fungus on them, and I will be leaving this part of the plants remaining, the newer growth of the plant. So I have a lot of work to do on these tomato plants, and I will be changing this main bamboo that is actually at the top. I will be removing it very soon, and I will be doing a lot of trimming work or pruning on these tomato plants. As you guys can see that a lot of new growth is actually on the tomato plants, but a lot of leaf are actually fungus leaves are actually on the lower section of the plant. So I will be going through and doing some heavy pruning very soon. So you guys can stick and stay for that as well. You guys can actually see that some older tomatoes is actually on these plants as well. I will be removing them very soon. And some lovely ones are actually inside of there. And these plants, my viewers, I am going to tell you guys. So from these tomato plants are actually bearing, from they started to bear, from they was actually lower down, right down here. I do not fertilize the tomato plants again, my viewers, and I should have been fertilizing them. So that's the reason why you guys are seeing some of the tomatoes are small, as you guys can see, but they are still growing. Right there is a lovely one. So I need to fertilize these plants and spray them, and I will be doing that very soon. As you guys can see, some lovely ones is actually inside of there. And I will be wrapping the tomato stem from around the card, or from around the trellis card, and I will be carrying them down and let they actually grow back up on the trellis. So you guys can stay tuned, just as you guys are seeing this one. Look on the amount of the card is actually right there. So that is what I will be doing. I will be wrapping around this part of the tomato around the trellis and let they grow back up. Healthy branch right there as well. I need to do some pruning on that. One of the plants right here is actually die, so I need to remove it. Right here of this bamboo is actually break. I will be removing it. That's the reason why I'm going to remove it and put a freshly bamboo right there. Coming along right here. Guys can see a beautiful one right there. So that's the way they are looking. Over on the next side right here, my viewers, I have the cabbage plants. As you guys can see, folding some very lovely heads of cabbage. This is a cocoa leaf, needs to remove. Okay, right there you guys can see on that cabbage plant right there, 2 heads of cabbage was actually growing right there, but 2 of them harvest and leave 1. So the another one need to be harvest and pulls out the root from right there. You guys can see over there as well, some very beautiful heads of cabbage are going to be folded inside of these cabbages. But as you guys can see that no insect is not really affecting the cabbage. Weed is actually coming up. No insect is not really affecting the cabbage, but I needed to spray them to prevent it from happening, as you guys can see. And I was actually planning as well, my viewers, because this is my second time growing cabbage at this location. And this is my second time, so I was actually planning to mold the root of the plant. But it is not too late to do. Maybe I will do it one of these days. I will mold up the root of the cabbage plants. So this is the way they are looking, coming straight along down here back at the lower section. The cabbages that is actually always down at the lower section in this bed always tend to be smaller than the ones up there in the top. I don't sure why, but that's the way it goes. Right over here now, as you guys can see, that some weed is actually inside. These are some scallion plant, and a lot of weed is actually inside. And I think that some of the weed needed to remove. These scallion plants only fertilize once since has been transplanted, or since has been planted. Maybe they needed some more fertilizer, because some pop chai was actually growing in this section, and it's supposed to absorb or take away a lot of nutrients from the soil. So that's the reason why these scallion plant are so small. But some of them is actually vigorous, as you guys can see, and a lot is actually in the root, so they are actually multiplying, coming straight along up here. Right there you guys can see. So whenever time you are actually growing scallion, my viewers, and I will be doing it in a upcoming video coming up very soon, you actually just split the scallion like this. So you will actually leave like 2 of them inside of the root, and you will remove the rest like this amount and leave the other rest. But these scallion can actually grow more and multiply and get a lot more inside of the root before you can actually harvest. And right here we have some ginger, beautiful ginger plant coming on right here. These ones are doing wonderful, my viewers. I need to do some molding around these ginger root as well, as I am going to show you guys right here. Maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I'm just trying to be nosy, and I'm just trying to show you guys as well. Whoa, sorry about that. So right there you guys can actually see that the ginger started to bear, and some very nice size of ginger. They are very big, and it is not a long time. Ginger take like 1 year, my viewers, I think 12 months or so. When you know that the ginger is actually ready to be harvested, the bush that is actually on the top, or the leaf, is going to started to turn brown or yellow and started to die down. Then you know that the ginger is ready to be harvested. But they are looking very healthy and beautiful. I need to do some molding of the root of the plants very soon. Right here we have another pop chai plant. Wow, you guys can see right here. These are some very big scallion plant, as you guys can see right here. They are very vigorous right there and right here, coming along. Look on the stem of these ones. Some weed is actually right here, so I'm just removing it to show you guys. Because by right, my viewers, I should have been coming through and removing, me or my dad should have been coming through and removing the dry leaf from the scallion plant, because whenever time the leaf started to turn dry, you should remove it, so the plant can get a lot of oxygen at the root of the plant. So right there you guys can see, look on the stalks of these scallion, very massive right there. So some of the weed needed to remove. My dad harvested some scallion from right here, and he should have mold up the root of the plant, and he didn't do it. He leave it just like this. The root of the plant should mold. So as soon as you actually harvest the scallion, my viewers, you should use a machete or something, or a knife or something, and mold up the soil around the root of the plant, so it can actually grow new and fresh root and start it to multiply again. Right here you guys can actually see as well. I'm trying to show you guys the sizes of the scallion. Right there and right here as well. Over here I have some cabbage that needed to be harvested as well. Some massive head of cabbage over there as well, looking very beautiful. Inside of right here, you guys can see right there as well, and over there. So I did show you guys that this cabbage right here started to split from one of my previous videos. So for all of who didn't know, you guys can see right there. So this cabbage had started to split. This one right here started to split. And this is the small patch of cabbage. One of the small patch of cabbage, my viewers. So I needed to harvest them very soon. Very, very soon, my viewers. I need to harvest these cabbage. Over here, I have some young plants coming. This is a papaya tree growing right there. You guys can see. Going along back down there. Over here is the cabbage nursery. You guys can see right there. Looking very beautiful. And right there we have a cane plant growing. Right there. Looking very beautiful. Right up here is some sweet potato. The other day my dad harvested some of them from over there. So if you guys didn't saw that video, you can actually check it out. Right there. So I'm just right here, you guys can see this is a pine plant. Look on the sizes of these cabbage, my viewers. These cabbage supposed to be weighing over 4 pounds. Right there. Some giant head of cabbage. As you guys can see, a lot of weed is actually growing up. This pine plant is actually growing more wonderful than the other ones. As you guys can see that it is actually looking more healthy than the other one. I'm coming on this side first. So these are the tomato plants. These are the younger tomato plants that I have growing at this current moment. You guys can actually see going straight along up there. And this is the trellis that I made right here to support the tomato plants. And it is working very wonderful. You guys can see that a lot of the tomatoes are actually bearing a lot. Right there. And these are plummy tomato, my viewers. These ones right here are plummy. Right there as well. Right inside of here. Coming along, my viewers. These ones right here are salad tomato. Right there. Coming right along. So they just started to bear. So by time goes by, they are going to bear a lot. Right there. Right there. Coming straight along. I need to support that plant that is actually on the ground. Right there. Very soon I will be doing it. I'm just showing you guys right there. some salad tomato right there. So it is mixed. It is the both of them. It is salad and plummy tomato. Right there. And I'm just trying to show you guys right here as well. You guys can actually see. This is a single trellis, so I am actually growing one single branch or tomato branch going along up on this trellis. You guys can see right there. It started to bear. And it started to put out a lot of flower clustered. So I will be I'm not going to remove because I do not saw the other branch, so I will be growing this branch coming along up. And this one right here as well. Right down here as well. So I spray the plant, so as you guys can see that this is actually a stink bug. Right there. That's a stink bug right there. And he actually died because I sprayed the plants. Right here as well. Looking very beautiful. As you guys can see, these are some plantain plant growing up. Looking very beautiful. And I actually take that bag down here, my viewers, because I am going to remove some of the bus cabbage. Some of the cabbage that split. I'm going to be removing some of them and take for the animal. As you guys can see over here as well. Some very lovely heads of cabbage is still here. Going along down there. Coming along straight up at this section. These cabbage over here, my viewers, are actually very small. I don't sure if enough nutrients wasn't in the soil to actually feed the plants to actually grow big, because I fertilize them just as I fertilize the other plants as well, and they do not do well. I don't sure. Up here I have some more cabbages and I harvest a lot, so some of the trash needed to harvest, needed to remove. So someone was actually, maybe, I don't sure. So for anyone who want to know, who do not know, whenever time we harvest the head of the cabbage, we actually take the trash for the goat. Right there. Going along straight up there. And you guys can actually see up there some very beautiful pumpkin plant. Look how healthy are the pumpkin plants, my viewers. Right there, going along over the fence. I'm going to try and show you guys, because I don't have a lot of space over here to actually keep the pumpkin, so I put it across the fence over here. You guys can see going along over there. My dad told me that some of the pumpkin was actually bearing, as you guys can see right there. A beautiful one. And he was actually telling me that one of them started to bear over there, but I don't sure where it was. You guys can see a lovely one is actually right there. And I'm bringing you guys along to show you guys so these are some of what I am going to be removing for the animal. So over here now is the bell pepper plants, as you guys can see that they had been bearing or has been bearing. This is a Calaloo plant right here over the bell pepper plant. So they're actually bearing. You guys can see the flower just fell off. That flower is not good. Right here. Looking very lovely. This one right here as well. So these ones are not bearing as yet. That one right here is bearing. Coming along down here, you guys can see that these pepper right here are very big than all of the other ones. I will be removing some of these weeds. So the reason I think for now, my viewers, the reason causing these bell pepper plants down at this lower section to be bearing and have on bigger pepper than the ones up on the top right here, I think that the lower part of the land is much cooler, or more water is actually in the lower side of the land than the upper section. So I will be giving these tomato plants some water very soon. As you guys can see the way how the plants are actually looking than the ones up there. Look how many peppers actually on this one plant right here. Very beautiful. And this one right here have on two lovely ones. This one is actually lying down on the ground. As you guys can see, it is actually leaning over right there, inside of there. So this not tomato, my viewers, but this bell pepper plant didn't prune, and you guys can see that it's actually bushing out a lot. Right here you guys can see as well some lovely ones. This is a cherry plant. This is not good, so I will just removing some of these weeds that is actually coming up inside of the bell pepper field. Right there you guys can see some very lovely ones right there and right here as well. So things are looking very, very wonderful. As you guys can see that maybe I need to cut, okay, inside of right there as well. So they are actually bearing, my viewers, most of them. Some of them is not bearing. As you guys can see, the plants are actually looking very beautiful and healthy, but some of them don't started to bear as yet. That's the way it goes. It is not all of them going to start it to bear at once. Coming straight along down here. Look on that one right there. It is not one of them, it is actually two of them. Very beautiful. So I'm going to give these plants some water, and as you guys can see, some beautiful cabbage is actually right there as well. And I harvested most of the ones that was actually down here. I harvested most of them. I'm thinking that I'm going to show you guys right here some of the pumpkin. A lot of the pumpkin harvesters are already, and these are some younger ones coming on the plant. Right there. Right there. Very beautiful. Right here. And this pumpkin plant is the same one that I actually, for anyone who know, this pumpkin plant did actually have on twin, and it was actually 18 pumpkin on this one plant. And my dad went ahead and harvest a lot of them. And the pumpkin plant started to bear some young pumpkin. So most of the ones that I just show you guys is some very young ones that is actually on the plant. I would like to go up inside of there and show you guys some more, but too much leaf is actually on the pumpkin, and if it touches your skin, it will actually scratch me. Right there you guys can actually see. So I am not in long pants this morning, so if the pumpkin touch my skin, it will scratch. I'm trying to show you guys some more, but I think some more is actually inside of here. Or he harvests those ones already. Okay. Right there you guys can see a very lovely one right there. And a young one coming on right there. So stay tuned. So welcome back now, my viewers. I was actually I'm just taking you guys along up at the pumpkin patch where the corn are actually growing, to actually show you guys some of the bigger pumpkins. Gave you guys an update on some of the bigger pumpkins, but some of them harvest as well, and my dad sold them. Right there you guys can see this pumpkin is fit, very beautiful. Right there, coming along down here, you guys can see this is another big one right here, very huge. So I think that is it for the pumpkin, so I will be taking you guys along down there, so stay tuned. So welcome back now my viewers. I am actually in another patch of pumpkin down at the lower section. If you guys did remember, this is the two small bit of cabbage down at the other part of the land right here. Some beautiful head of cabbage is actually farming inside of right here, but I needed to come along and give these plants some spray. They really need to spray, as I am going to show you guys right up here as well. So I'm going to show you guys that these plants really need some spray. Right here you guys can see those stuff right there are the caterpillar eating the cabbage leaves right inside of there as well. Right there, right there, this cabbage is head do not good. It don't good. This one is not good. Caterpillar is damaging them. Over here as well, coming straight along up here. And as you guys can see, I have some bell pepper right here that they wasn't doing so well because mite was actually on the plant, so they wasn't bearing, and the leaf of them was actually looking worse than these ones, and they started to bounce back since I sprayed the miticide on them right here as well. I don't sure, maybe if some of my older subscribers or my older viewers who actually see the way how they was actually staying, they was worse than these ones, and they wasn't keeping on any flower on the plant. And since I actually sprayed them, they started to bear. You guys can see this one right here. The amount of pepper is actually on this one pepper plant. It is actually lying down on the ground right there. So this is one of the pepper. This is 2. That is 3. That is 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7 pepper and 1 plant. And these are bell pepper, my viewers. Right here, you guys can see that these plants are actually growing. So as you guys can see, these heap of rough stuff, a rough leaf or leaf that do not look good, so I will be pruning this plant right here. So it will actually started some new branch. As you guys can see, that some young branch coming out right there, right there. So that is the way I will be pruning back some of these older plants. So I will just take off the upper growth and let the plant started to spring. Fresh branch will actually started to came out right here. So right here as well, you guys can actually see right there, looking very lovely. Going straight along up there, all up here, my viewers. These pepper plants wasn't doing well at all. I'm going to show you guys how the most of the pepper plants was actually looking, just like this. Just like how you guys are actually seeing these leaves, that's the way all of the pepper plants was looking, and like this one. And I sprayed the miticide on them, and as you guys can see, some fresh branch is actually coming out right here because I take off the upper growth of this plant right here. You guys can see some fresh branch coming out right there. So the miticide is actually working. So what I need to do, as you guys can actually see right here, I need to remove these pepper. I need to harvest these pepper from the plants, and I need to spray back the plants again with the miticide, and they will bounce back and do well. Not the miticide only I use to spray the plants, my viewers. I use a lot more other spray. Right here you guys can actually see This is a very giant head of cabbage and it is actually splitting. I will be removing this cabbage plant. I will be harvesting this cabbage plant very soon. And over here, you guys can actually see, these are the beautiful Scotch bonnet pepper plants that is actually growing more pepper than leaf. So I will be showing you guys how things are actually going on with these pepper plants. Okay, camera is not focusing. Okay, right there. So I will be showing you guys how the pepper plants are actually doing. As you guys can see that I needed to support this branch break as well, but I put this right here. So I need to support this pepper plant. So I will be getting something to actually cut the cord and I will be supporting this pepper plants and I'm going to show you guys how I do it on the camera. So I'm going to try and show you guys down low. Right down here. You guys can see. I don't let my pepper plants ripen so much pepper on the pepper plant. Stay on the plant and ripen so much. Because whenever time the pepper started to ripe on the plants, my viewers, it take away a lot of nutrients and energy from the plant to ripen the pepper than when it is actually growing the pepper. Like young pepper like this one, from it actually growing this pepper till it is actually fit, it takes twice the amount of nutrients to actually ripen the pepper, my viewers. So it will shorten your pepper life. That is it actually going to keep on bearing and keep on growing. So if you can actually harvest the most of your pepper from your plant when it started to turn ripe, as it got some green on it, it is the best way to harvest your pepper from your pepper plants. But I want to show you guys maybe, true, because the branches are not actually lying down like the other day, I cannot really show you guys the way how I needed to. But I'm trying my best to give you guys some good shots. Right there you guys can actually see how beautiful. Right there. I want to try and show you guys over here as well. Right there. So a lot of pepper is actually on these plants, as right here as well. You guys can see over there as well. Look how many peppers actually on the pepper plants, my viewers. Right here, a lot of pepper. So this branch break, so I need to support it. A lot of pepper is actually on the lower section, as I'm going to show you guys right there. So that's the cause of the branch to break, because a lot of pepper is actually on the branch, and the weight of the pepper, the branch cannot bear it, so it actually snaps. And I need to support this one as well, as you guys can see. Okay, I want to change position. So right here you guys can actually see, this is the way the branches are actually leaning down. You guys can see the pepper actually joined down the branch. So I need to support this pepper branch right here. You guys can see. Look on the sides of the pepper and the branch. So that is the cause of the pepper branches to actually, whoa, it break. I am not going to lift any more of them, my viewers. I need to support them. So I am going to get something where I can actually cut the cord and started to support them. Wow. I didn't want to do that, my viewers, but just because I am trying to show you guys, it ended up happening. Wow. My viewers, I want to actually slacken. Whoa. So I'm just showing you guys, look on the sizes of these peppers. Right there. And that's the way the sizes of the peppers coming straight along up here on the pepper plants. Camera is not focusing, but very soon. Okay, sorry about that. So right there you guys can actually see these pepper plants are looking so beautiful and healthy, my viewers. I love the way how they are actually growing, coming along over here as well, going straight along. And as you guys can actually see, in another couple of weeks I cannot go in between the pepper plants because they are actually going to be closing on each other, as you guys can see. The other day I could actually, like maybe a week back, I can actually walk through here clearly without none of the pepper touching me, but at this present moment I cannot do it. If I go through there, I will be bouncing off the blossom from off of the branches of the pepper, as you guys can see right there. Right there are the blossom and the pepper branch right inside of there as well. So it is a lot. These pepper plants are actually producing a lot of pepper, my viewers. And right over here I have some more beautiful cabbage plants growing. These heads of cabbage will be started to ready in another couple of weeks. I can harvest cabbage from out of this cabbage patch as well. Going straight along up there, my viewers. Very beautiful. So I will be getting this stuff, as you guys can see over here. A little bit of weed is actually coming up, so I'm just trying to remove them. Some of them is water grass, and I don't sure what the name of the other grass, my viewers. Right there. So that's the way they are looking, going straight along up there. Very beautiful. So stay tuned. I am going to get the stuff to cut the card to support the pepper plant right there. And I will be harvesting some of the pepper from these plants very soon. So you guys can please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. And stay tuned. Be supporting these branches. So I'm just showing you guys how I do it. So I'm just tying a bump on the card. I will just actually cut the card like 12 inches long. Then I will put it around the branch and tie a slip knot on it. Hopefully you guys can see this branch is not so desperate for support than this one. I don't know, my viewers, but most of the pepper plants cannot bear the weight, or I don't sure the weight, the branch of the plant cannot bear the amount of weight that the pepper are actually bringing. So a lot of them are actually breaking off. So I will be harvesting some of the pepper, and that is one of the costs as well. Maybe I'm not harvesting as often as I should, so that is maybe one of the problem that causing the pepper to actually tearing off the branches. So I just pulled up, I use the card, I tie the card, so I hitch it inside of the cane right here, and I will be tying the card and the cane, and it will actually keep the branch up from off of the ground. Right there. I will be cutting a piece more of the card. I really have to be giving thanks for the amount of pepper that is actually growing on these plants, my viewers. It is a lot. Hopefully you guys are actually hearing, because I was actually leaning on the mic. So I have a lot of weeding and spraying and pruning and and stuff to do on the farm, but some of the time, my viewers, I do not have the chance to do it. Maybe I'm lifting the branch too high. Right there must be okay. Okay, so to actually get in this kind of bearing from the pepper plants, my viewers, it take a lot to actually get it, because you have to be taking good care of the plant to actually receiving such a healthy bearing on the pepper plant. And I actually try my best to take good care of these pepper plants to get a healthy bearing. Hopefully you guys are hearing, because some of the time I will lean and I will cover the mic, but hopefully you guys are hearing. So I take good care of the plants, so that's the reason why I'm getting so much pepper from these pepper plants. And the ones that I was actually watering earlier, hopefully I will, not hopefully my viewers, because I'm going to take my best care of those pepper plants, so I surely know that I will be getting a very, very massive bearing from those pepper plants as well. One of the main problem as well, if too much nitrogen is actually in the soil, the pepper, the blossom that came on the pepper, or the flower on the pepper, will actually fall off. If too much rain, it will fall off as well. So it got a lot of challenges as well growing the pepper. But I think that is it for today's farm tour update, and I want to say thank you guys very much for watching, and thank you guys so much for your continuous support. I really appreciate it so much, and I want you guys to please remember, like, comment and subscribe. Stay tuned for a lot more videos. One love to you all. Until next time, I'm out.